guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. For today's video, we are going to be playing with the brand new Morphe 39L Hit the Lights palette. It just came out. I literally just picked it up about an hour ago, so I'm really excited to play with this palette. It looks so gorgeous. So if you guys want to see what look I come up with, make sure you keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on, and check out my social media. They're here on the page as well as down in the description bar. Let's get started with the video, guys. So when you get the palette, it does come in this box right here. I do have it out of the packaging, but this box looks really, really nice. You can see the little dots here kind of glow in the light. It's really, really cool. And then we have the palette itself. Before I show you the palette, I want to go over some of the details of the palette. I paid $42 for this. I believe you get 39 shades. You get some bright light shades and you get some bold night shades is what it says on the back here. And it says here, you're gonna make them dance with this ultimate light show featuring shades curated by artists and creators who know how to bring the party. This palette is an explosion of blinding brights, hypnotic hues, silk slip toppers, zero gravity highlighters, and beyond. Swipe them on and see where the night goes. So when I first saw this palette, it reminded me kind of like a New Year's Eve, New Year's Day palette in my opinion, just because it's so glittery. But I really like the concept of this palette, which I will explain. Here is the packaging. Look at that. So beautiful, right? It's very, very holographic in the light. And when you open up the palette here are the beautiful, beautiful shades. You have your neutrals over here, reds over here, colorful neon colors over here, and some pinks over here, and a row of highlighter colors, eye toppers in the middle. Now, what I really like about this is the concept behind this is there's 4 artists that were chosen to pick out some colors that they wanted in this palette. It's actually in sections. So if you keep the little, what do you call these, plastic protectors in the palette, you'll see here that you can see it's in squares. So this section, in this square, one artist picked out. The section over here, sorry, it's like super hard for me to hold. The section over here, a different artist picked out. Down here, a different artist picked out. And down here, a different artist picked out. I really like that concept. I think it's really, really cool that they were able to get 4, different people in on this palette and, kind of let those artists show their creative side and what colors they like best and what colors they can work with best. I just like that concept. I've never seen a company do that concept before, so I really, really like that. So you do definitely get a variety of colors in here, which I also like. Honestly, what I think I'm gonna do for this middle row here, I think I'm just going to use those as highlighters on my face because I'm not sure if that's what they're intended for, but for me personally, that's what I'm gonna use them with. I don't know what eyeshadow look I'm gonna come up with, but we're just going to wing it. I've already put my brows on and I applied my base. I used the P. Louise base in the shade 0.5. So let's start, y'all. So I think the first shade I want to go in with, one thing I will say though, I do wish Morphe would put the shade names in the palette. I honestly hate these, but apparently they're really expensive, so I always keep them in the palette, but I don't like using this, to be honest with you, so I'm not even gonna say the names in this palette. Also, before we start with the eyes, let me swatch them for you. I did swatch them on my Instagram and my Snapchat, so if you aren't following me on those things, make sure that you do, but I will re-swatch some of the shades here. So this first shade that I'm swatching is called Euphoric. Here it is. It's just a really light iridescent pink with some purple shift to it. Really, really pretty. The next shade that I'm swatching is called Flirt Alert. It's like a really cool silver, but it has like a gold in it, if you guys can see that. It's really, really cool. It has like some gold reflex in it, but it kind of, in the pan, it looks like a silver, but on camera, it looks gold. The next shade that I am swatching is called Hot Date, and this also looks like a silver as well. It's darker in the pan than this one, but honestly, they kind of do look pretty similar. The next shade that I am swatching, this is called Chaos. I really like this shade because it comes off as like a bronze color, and then when it's in the light it kind of has some green reflex to it. I really like that color. The next color that I'm swatching is called So Wild. It's an orange color that has some shimmer to it. I don't know why the swatch doesn't look good on camera, but I promise you the swatch in real life is a lot more pigmented than what it's showing on camera. But it definitely has like a dark orange brown shade kind of tint to it like this, and then when you turn it in the light it's kind of just like a warmer orange. Again, I'm not sure why it's coming off like that on camera, but it is a very beautiful shade. The next shade that I'm going to swatch, this one is also unique. It's a gold, but it kind of has some green reflex in it as well. This is called Insomniac, and I have it right down here. You can see it's an iridescent gold with a green shift. Really beautiful. And then there's two glitter shades that come in here. The one glitter shade though, it's very messy. You're definitely going to need like a glitter adhesive, a glitter base for sure, some type of glue to allow the glitter to stick to your eye. And those two shades are called Love Bug and Flirt Alert. I'm sorry, the one shade that I swatched, it was, I believe the second shade that I had swatched was called Vibing. I had like the little paper on it wrong, but here are the two glitter shades. They are beautiful, very blinding. You can see my hand is full of glitter though. The glitter does get everywhere, so again, you are gonna have to use a glitter base with that. And there's a black in here that I'm really intrigued by. It's called Obsessive. It's a very pigmented black, but it actually has glitter reflex already in it, if you guys can see that. It's really pigmented. I think that you will definitely be able to build this shade up because I don't think it's too pigmented to the point where you can't blend it out. However, I haven't tried the color, but just based off the swatch, that's just like my guess. But for sure, you're going to get glitter everywhere if you don't use a glitter base. You can see the glitter is all over my hand. I'm not going to swatch every color just because I don't believe that swatches really make or break the eyeshadow. I think that it's all about the performance on the eyelid. So I am not going to swatch every color. If you would like me to, let me know, you know, in the comments or DM me. I will absolutely put it on my story if you want all of the colors to be swatched. So let's go in and start the eyeshadow look now. Honestly, I have no idea what I want to do, so we're just gonna kind of figure it out. I think for the first color, I'm gonna go in with this brown shade right here. This is a cool toned beigey brown, and it'll definitely be the perfect crease color for me personally. So I'm just going to tap that on first just because this base that I use is very sticky. You don't have to use this base. Honestly, you can use any concealer that you have. You don't need to go out and buy an eyeshadow base. Also, what am I doing? Let me zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm doing. Again, I'm just going to start packing it on first, and then I'm going to go in and blend it. I find this just works better for me with color payoff anyway, so I really like to do it this way. I used to just go in and start swiping, but I just feel like the color wouldn't stay as pigmented as if I go in and I start tapping it first. I just think that this makes it so that I don't have to keep adding color because I'm allowing the color to stick to the base. You can see that blended out really nicely, and I'm gonna do the same over here. I apologize if my video looks kind of dark. I don't know. I didn't mess with my lighting like at all, but I can tell. I just feel like it looks darker than what it's supposed to, and I do apologize for that. I'll have to kind of work with my lighting here. But again, I'm just gonna go in and do the same thing. This palette, honestly, it reminds me of like a New Year's palette just because it's so sparkly, it's so glittery, and I love that. I literally, every time Morphe comes out with a new palette, I literally buy it. Like Morphe, their formulation is phenomenal, and I just, and they're so affordable for like the quality eyeshadows that you get. I can't even believe it. I don't know how they do it. So I think the next shade that I want to go in with, we're probably gonna do something berry-like today. You know, like that's just me, okay? I'm always doing pinks and berries and all that jazz. So I think let's go in with this color right here. It's like a deep red, really pretty. And I'm just going to also stamp that in the crease before I blend it out. I'm gonna do this technique with pretty much all the colors, honestly, just so that way they blend a little bit better. And we're just going to blend this out. I'm definitely not taking a lot of this shade whatsoever, so you are gonna see it's not as vibrant as it is in the pan, just so you know. I'm just lightly tapping my brush in. I don't really want to overwhelm the look with this this color per se. So I'm just doing a really light wash of this color. And also I'm trying not to put a lot of pressure on my eye. I'm just kind of holding the very end of the brush so that way I'm not like, you know, pushing right into my eye. Because I find that sometimes colors just blend better when you have a lighter touch too. Do you guys ever like feel like you have one eye that's like your good eye and then an eye that's your bad eye? Because for some reason this eye right here that I'm blending on is always my better eye. Like eyeshadow just looks so much better on this eye in my opinion than on this eye. Like I don't know if you guys can really tell. I just feel like I get a lot of patchiness on this eye, but maybe it's just me. So I think now what I want to do, I'm not really like gonna do anything extravagant or like too crazy, but I think I want to go in. See, the problem with eyeshadow palettes that are so glittery is there's not always a lot of matte shades, and that's kind of like the problem that I'm finding. There's a lot of matte shades, however, they're just not shades that I want to use for today. Okay, don't twist my words, okay? I love these shades and there are a lot of matte shades, but I think let's go in with this pink down here, this like berry tone as well, but it kind of has like a pink undertone, and let's apply this to the outer corner. Another thing, there is kickback in the pans, of course. What else is new? There's kickback in almost all eyeshadow palettes. And I am tapping my brush off, tapping off the excess before I go in and apply the shadow. So with this color, I'm just kind of stamping it on the outer corner, and now we're gonna go back in. I know that sometimes working with pinks and reds can make it look like you got punched in the eye and you have a black eye, but this is the vibe. This is the vibe that I'm going for. So if it looks like I have a black eye, I don't really care. I think the look is coming together. I still, of course, have no idea what I'm trying to achieve here, but I knew that I really wanted to play with this palette as soon as I got it. And I actually have videos pre-filmed before this one would be going up, but honestly, I think I'm just gonna film this one today and edit it today, so that way I'm actually going to upload this one first before all my other pre-filmed ones, just so that way you guys can see it firsthand to see if you want to buy it. Getting a little fallout here on my face, but I always do my eyes first, so to me that's not a problem. If you do your face makeup first, you can of course just dust that away. So this is what we got going on so far. I'm gonna like deepen this one up with that red color that we used prior to the outer corner color, just because I feel like this side isn't as dark as this side. Of course, this is my better eye, like I said. I think for the lid shade, now this is where it becomes complicated because there's so many beautiful glitter shades in here that you could put on the lid that I don't even know where to begin. Like, these are so beautiful. Honestly, I kind of want to go in with some type of gold shade just to kind of, you know, even out and simplify this look a little bit. I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's a really pretty gold champagne color, and let me swatch it for you guys. You can see here, pigmented AF, okay, really pigmented. I'm gonna start by applying this with my eye, or with my finger. Sorry about that, guys. So the vibe I'm getting with this color is it's kind of like a glitter topper, so not really what I wanted, but that's okay. We're gonna figure it out anyway. So I'm just pressing this on the eyelid, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a flat brush and use some Fix Plus to kind of, one, help with the fallout, and two, make it more vibrant and stick to the eyeshadow, or stick to the lid of the eye a little bit better, make it more reflective. You guys can see that just did the job. I recommend always, like, if you're using glitter or foiled shades, always spray your brush with a setting spray. You don't have to use Fix Plus. You can use any setting spray that you have and it'll work just as good. Now, I really want this lid to kind of pop some more, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add another color over top of it, but the color that I'm gonna add, I think I'm gonna go in with this color right here, and it's just kind of like a white with like a gold reflect to it, and I'm just gonna use the same brush, but I'm gonna use the other side of the brush and just kind of add that on top and do the same thing over here. You can see this just brightens up that lid space a lot more. Wow, these are so beautiful. I really like how the look is turning out. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do my face makeup off camera, and I'll be right back. One thing I would like to point out actually before doing my face makeup, I have a lot of glitter all over my face. So you can use a makeup wipe to remove that. I don't think a makeup wipe is going to remove it though. I'm just going to put makeup over it, but I just wanted to let you know that I do have a lot of glitter on my face. Okay guys, so I'm back. I just did most of my face. Now I'm going to do some highlighter, and I'm actually going to use an eyeshadow in here as my highlighter because why not? And the shade that I'm going to use is this white one right here, and I'm just going to go in on a Morphe R36 brush and apply this right to the cheekbones, the highest point of the cheeks. You can see this is really pretty. It kind of has like a blue reflect to it, which I personally really like. If you don't think that your highlighter is coming off as vibrant as you want, you can always go in with a setting spray or with some Fix Plus to make it a little bit more vibrant. You can see this is really beautiful. I'm also going to apply some right on the bridge of the nose and on the tip and on the Cupid's bow. So now we're going to go in and finish off the lower lash line. I'm just going to go in with that dark red pinky color shade that we used on the outer corner, and I'm just going to apply this on the lower lash line, and I'm going to connect it to the outer corner just because I want like a blown out look today, I think. So that's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna do the same over here. The lower lash line is like my least favorite part because with having sensitive eyes, I feel like it's just hard to do the lower lash line because it's like sometimes painful for me. But this is what we got for now, and now I'm gonna go back in with that really bright red shade that we used. Just kind of blow it out a little bit more. And then I'm gonna wipe my brush off first, and then I'm gonna go in with that crease color that we used. And I'm going to apply this to the lower lash line as well as back in the crease, just because I feel like we lost the color a little bit. This is just gonna make the look more blended and put together, just like that. And I'm going to apply some, actually I'm going to apply an inner corner highlight. I'm just going to use the second shimmery shade that we put on top of the first glitter shade, and I'm just going to apply that with my finger. That's so pretty. Also a little on the brow bone. Now I'm going to apply some mascara and lashes off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright you guys, and this is the completed look. I put on some Ardell lashes, I put some red ColourPop gel liner in the waterline, and I applied some mascara to my lower lashes. I really like how the look turned out. I really like this palette. I think that if you really like glitter, you're really gonna love it. It's so beautiful. And again, I really like the concept behind it. You know, how they allowed for artists to kind of combine, get together, and pick out, you know, their own color story. I think that's really unique. So I definitely recommend getting this palette. You guys know I do like Morphe, and this isn't biased, but I like this palette. If I like it, I'm gonna tell you I like it. If I don't, I'm going to tell you. So this by far is their best packaging they've ever come out with. Normally their palettes are just a matte black, but this is really beautiful. I actually hope that they make all of their palettes something fun like this for the future, because I don't know, I feel like when the packaging looks nice, it just draws my attention in more and makes me want to buy it more, which I think should be like the sole purpose, of course, for like marketing purposes. But yeah, this is so beautiful, and I'm so glad that I picked it up. So yeah guys, that's it. This is the look right here. I hope you guys like it. If you do, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notifications so you are notified every time I upload, and check out my social media. They're down below in the description bar, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.